Do you ever feel completely trapped in this endless, exhausting cycle of overthinking? It's like your mind is a chaotic battlefield, constantly replaying old conversations, tearing apart every tiny decision you've made, and just agonizing over hypothetical futures that somehow never even arrive. You know that feeling, right? It's like your brain just won't give you a moment's peace. Then there's that deep, chilling sense of anxiety that seems to just cling to you. It's like a heavy, invisible cloak you can't ever quite shed, even when everything on the surface looks calm and stable. Inside, you're constantly on edge, waiting for the next thing to go wrong, or feeling a low hum of worry that never truly fades. And deep down, you probably feel utterly overwhelmed by all the external chaos swirling around you. The endless stream of news, the constant pressure from social media, the unpredictable demands and moods of other people. It all just piles up. It leaves you with this deep, gnawing sense of losing control over your own life, like you're just drifting wherever the currents take you. More than anything, you yearn for a quiet mind, a real inner strength that won't crumble or crack, no matter how much pressure life throws your way. You're tired of feeling powerless. Honestly, think about it. How much of your precious mental and emotional energy just gets completely swallowed up by things totally, absolutely outside your control? Imagine that argument you had yesterday, just looping endlessly in your head. Or that unexpected bill that sends a jolt of panic through your gut. Or that frustrating news headline that pops up and instantly steals your peace. It's those unpredictable moves, opinions, or even just the shifting moods of other people that seem to totally dictate how you feel inside. Do you ever find yourself constantly replaying these scenarios, over and over, trying to find a different outcome, even though deep down, you know you actually can't change what happened? This isn't just stress in the common sense. This is a silent, sneaky drain that chips away at your very being. It leaves you feeling emotionally exhausted, constantly reacting like a puppet, pulled by every little nudge and poke from the outside world. Every external event, every critical glance, every piece of bad news tugs at your strings. This leaves you feeling utterly powerless, deeply frustrated, and with an underlying emptiness inside that you just can't quite pinpoint. You end up feeling like a victim of circumstance, like a small ship tossed wildly in a fierce storm, with no steering wheel or sail. You're desperately trying to control the massive waves crashing around you, instead of learning how to powerfully steer your own boat. So, how much longer are you willing to let the emotions of others, the random twists of fate, or a world that seems determined to tell you how to feel, control your inner state? How much more of your vital peace are you truly willing to give up to forces you simply cannot reach or change? Here's the powerful truth. You can totally handle the constant ups and downs of life and stay calm no matter what. Old philosophers like Seneca, Epictetus, and even the Emperor Marcus Aurelius weren't just brainy professors. They found a game-changing idea that cuts through all the noise and messy stuff we deal with every single day. They understood that even though lots of things are out of our hands, like unexpected problems, what other people do, or stuff that already happened, we have complete control over one really important thing: our own minds. That means our thoughts, how we choose to react, and how we decide to see everything that comes our way. These Stoic masters figured out that real success isn't about trying to control every situation or force the world to be exactly how we want it. Instead, their main idea was about mastering themselves. They focused on becoming the boss of their inner world, how they felt, what they thought, how they looked at things. So, if you're ready to learn how they built that rock-solid inner calm, and how you can turn outside chaos into clear thinking and inner strength, then let's get into their main ideas. These aren't just old stories. They're powerful, timeless tools to make your spirit strong and truly take back your freedom, no matter what life throws at you. Now, let's unlock something truly powerful together. We're about to dive into the timeless principles, the practical wisdom that will genuinely help you build your own unshakable inner citadel. Remember that feeling of being lost in a whirlwind of anxiety or caught in the confusion of chaos. These principles are your direct path to transforming that anxiety into a profound, steady calm and turning chaotic thinking into crystal clear clarity. These aren't just old ideas from dusty books. Think of them as a master toolkit for your mind. Each principle is a powerful guide, a direct instruction on how to navigate the messy parts of life without getting completely swept away. They offer you a proven roadmap to escape the constant overthinking and the feeling of being out of control. They're about giving you the actual reins to your internal world. By understanding and applying these core Stoic insights, you'll discover how to stand firm when life gets tough. You'll learn to respond with purpose instead of reacting purely from emotion. These principles will help you create a solid, secure foundation within yourself, a fortress of mind that external pressures simply cannot breach. They are the keys to a freedom that doesn't depend on what happens outside, but on the strength you build within. Get ready to truly take charge. Principle 1. The dichotomy of control. This is the core idea of Stoicism, the main rule that changes everything. It's simple. There are things you can control, and there are things you just can't. Your thoughts, what you want, what you don't want, and what you actually do. Those are all 100% yours. They're in your power. But almost everything else, like traffic jams, what someone else says about you, how the economy's doing, or stuff that already happened, that's completely outside your control. Think about it. How much time do you spend overthinking or feeling anxious about things you literally can't change? How much precious energy do you pour into worrying about outcomes that just aren't up to you? The Stoics' advice is clear. Shift your focus. Move that valuable energy. When you truly understand what's in your power and what isn't, all that endless worrying about external events starts to fade away. You gain real clarity. You find lasting peace. This immediately lightens your mental load, stopping those constant what-if loops about things you simply cannot influence. You reclaim your energy and your calm. Principle 2. Perception is key. It's not what happens to you that upsets you. It's what you tell yourself about what happens. This famous quote by Epictetus is a total game changer. Think about it. A situation itself is just, well, a situation. It's neutral. It's your take on the event, your interpretation of it, that actually causes you pain or suffering. Let's say you lose your job. That's just an event. It happened. But the instant thought, this is a disaster. I'm a total failure. My life is over. That's the judgment that creates a massive wave of anxiety and dread. How many times have you been completely stressed out, not by the thing itself, but by the story you kept telling yourself about it? The Stoics want us to practice reframing. They urge us to hit pause and ask, is this really the worst thing ever? Or could it actually be a chance hiding as a problem? Can you look at it from a different angle? This powerful idea actively smashes those endless cycles of imagining the worst and that negative self-talk. It puts you back in charge, letting you choose your response, and because of that, choose your emotional state. Principle 3. Amor fati. This isn't about just giving up or passively accepting whatever comes your way. It's about an active embrace. Amor fati literally means love your fate. It's about more than simply accepting everything that happens to you. It's about genuinely embracing it, the good, the bad, even the really tough stuff, seeing it all as totally necessary for your growth, like it's part of a bigger plan for you. Do you spend endless hours fighting reality, wishing things were different, or clinging to how things should have turned out? That constant mental resistance is a huge source of inner struggle and endless overthinking. The Stoics have a powerful message. Turn obstacles into opportunities. See every single challenge, every difficult moment, as a chance to practice being strong, to learn something new, and to grow even tougher. This deep acceptance creates a profound inner peace, cutting down your internal resistance and suffering like nothing else. You stop fighting life and start flowing with it. Principle 4. Premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. This might sound a bit gloomy at first, but it's actually incredibly powerful. It's about mentally going over potential bad stuff that could happen. Not to get stuck in negativity or worry yourself sick, but to actually get ready for it, both in your head and with a plan. This helps reduce the shock and panic if those things actually happen. Think about it. How many times has something unexpected completely thrown you off balance? Maybe it sent you spiraling into panic or endless overthinking. The Stoics were smart. They knew that by calmly thinking about what could go wrong, you actually become stronger. It's like a mental workout. They'd tell you to calmly consider, okay, what's the absolute worst that could happen here? If that did happen, how would I deal with it? What important things would I still have? This simple practice turns all those anxious what-if questions into real helpful preparation. You take away the power of those fears because you've already faced them in your mind. This isn't about being a pessimist. It's about being incredibly realistic and, surprisingly, truly freeing. Principle 5. The virtue of reason and action. Here's something important about Stoicism. It's not about just sitting back and letting life happen. It's actually a super active way to live your life. It pushes you to always act with clear thinking and a good character in every single moment. The ultimate goal, what they called virtue, means being wise, brave, fair, and having strong self-control. So, think about your own choices. Do you usually just react without thinking? Or are your decisions truly guided by your deepest values? Do you really know what matters most to you? What you stand for? The Stoics give us a direct challenge. Make your choices based on reason and what you know is right. Work hard on the things you can truly influence. This isn't about being perfect. It's about making sure your actions come from a place of purpose, led by your own inner compass. It's about not being swayed by fear, quick desires, or just trying to please others. This approach cuts through indecision, giving you the power to build a life that is genuinely true to who you are, making you feel solid and in control. You've now explored the core principles of Stoicism. But let's get real for a moment. What does actually applying this ancient wisdom truly feel like in your everyday life? Imagine this transformation. That relentless mental noise, the constant hum of overthinking that used to run your world, finally begins to quiet down. That pervasive sense of anxiety, which felt like a heavy shadow clinging to you everywhere you went, slowly but surely starts to fade away, losing its grip. Why does this happen? It's simple, yet profound. You are no longer pouring your incredibly precious energy, your mental power, into fighting battles you cannot win. Those unpredictable, uncontrollable external events. You're reclaiming your power from the outside world. Because of this shift, you gain a deep, solid sense of inner peace. This isn't because the world has magically become perfect overnight. It's because your fundamental response to it, your relationship with chaos, has completely transformed. That constant feeling of being overwhelmed by chaotic news cycles, by sudden setbacks, or by other people's unpredictable actions and opinions, it dramatically diminishes. You'll find yourself less reactive, no longer feeling like a puppet whose strings are pulled by every single external stimulus that comes your way. Instead, a quiet, powerful, and truly unshakable resilience begins to build within you. You become the absolute expert in your own internal landscape, the master of your own mind. This isn't about turning off your emotions or becoming cold and indifferent. It's about becoming emotionally sovereign. You'll still feel anger, sadness, genuine joy, because you're human. But here's the difference. You'll choose how to engage with these emotions, rather than being helplessly swept away by them. You'll find a newfound clarity, a profound sense of groundedness that allows you to navigate life's inevitable storms with a steady hand, a calm presence, always knowing that your inner core, your inner citadel, remains untouched and whole. This is the true liberating freedom from those invisible chains of external control that once bound you. You become the architect of your own peace. So, what have we really gained from the wisdom of the ancient Stoics? We've unlocked a set of incredibly practical tools to build unshakable control, profound calm, and unwavering resilience in your life. By focusing sharply on your own thoughts and actions, by learning to reframe how you see things, by embracing your fate, by mentally preparing for challenges, and by acting with clear reason and strong character, you construct your very own inner citadel. This isn't just a metaphor. It's your mind, transformed into an unassailable fortress, a place where the chaos of the outside world simply cannot touch your deep inner peace. You gain the power to consciously choose your response to anything life throws at you, instead of being helplessly swept away by its currents. This is genuine freedom. This is the path to truly thriving, no matter what your circumstances. What Stoic principle will you start practicing today to build your own inner citadel? Share your thoughts and commitments in the comments below. Your journey truly inspires others. If this deep dive into inner mastery resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more profound philosophical insights and practical strategies for self-mastery. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Next time, we're continuing our journey into practical philosophy by exploring the fascinating concept of existentialism. We'll confront the immense freedom and responsibility it offers, and how understanding life's inherent meaninglessness can, surprisingly, lead to creating your most authentic, powerful, and meaningful existence. You won't want to miss this unique perspective on true freedom.